Hello Section 8 investors, this is your boy John coming with another Section 8 landlord tip, and today we're going to be talking about 10 things that a Section 8 investor should not do. Now, I know this is how I'm feeling today. Check out the vibe. I'm feeling good because there's money being made. I want you to be enjoying this. Today is, it's the summer. I've been out on my tour. I'm about to leave out to another location in a couple of days, but I just want to stop by and talk to you really quick. But I'm going to try to keep on making these videos. Now, before we start, make sure you look below. Go ahead and subscribe and like the channel. Make sure you do that, okay? Make sure you subscribe and like and share it. I really appreciate it. Let's do that now. Now, number one. The first mistake that a Section 8 investor could make is to make sure that you're not incorporated or you don't have an LLC, okay? You're going to need that going in. Sometimes setting up your business the right way at the right time, especially if you're going to be buying in cash or anything else like that, try to make sure it's always set up in an LLC or corporation. I can't advise you about which way to do it, but there's companies like LegalZoom and other companies out there that do that for you. So we want to make sure we always have an LLC or corporation to make sure that if anything happens, it doesn't come back on us personally, okay? All right. Number two, never buy in abandoned areas. Now, when I say abandoned areas, I'm talking about straight blocks that have nothing on it and you see one thing, but you have 10 houses boarded up. You don't want to do that. Section 8 tenants don't want to live there. Nobody wants to live there. So you can buy and hold it, or you can't really buy it at all, but just make sure that you do not buy in abandoned properties. It's okay to have a house that's boarded up, that's not doing too well. I mean, that has one or two, but make sure that it's not a block that's flooded with abandoned properties. Number three, never buy a property with only 2 bedrooms. As you know, as I discuss in my book, I go away from properties that are focused only on 2 bedrooms. There's a reason for that. I want at least 3 bedrooms when I have a property, because I'm not only an investor, I might want to, I'm only not renting these properties, but I also may want to sell it. And a 2-bedroom property is harder to sell than a 3-bedroom property. Most people even want to rent a 3-bedroom property, only use 2 bedrooms. Having extra space makes it more easily to sell it if you ever need to go ahead and get to that point and sell it. Number 4, remember, not only location is everything, but never buy a property at the wrong price. When we go into real estate, we always make our money at the beginning. Especially with Section 8 properties, we don't expect them to have a lot of equity or build that equity because we're doing it for cash flow. So you have to buy it at the right price. You have to buy it at the right price. If it's not the right price, don't even buy it. Don't waste your time. We have to buy it at the right price. I'm looking at, for a Section 8 property, 50% off the value of a regular house. So if the house is going for, is worth about $50,000, I want to buy it for 20. No later than up to 20. I want to really buy it for 15 or 10, but I want to get my equity and get my value just in case something happens. I always have equity in the house. You can go to sites like Zillow.com and find out what you think the value of the property is. It's ZILLOW.com. Another thing that I see a lot of Section 8 investors make a mistake on is that over-rehabbing a property. They want to make sure that the property looks like theirs, that they live in. So you don't never want to make sure a property looks like that you would have in your own primary residence. You want to make sure that the property is just barely fixed up. I stopped using carpet in a lot of my properties. I'm starting to put these tiles that I go from like Home Depot or Floor Center or something, Floor Decor or something like that. If you have that around, and I'm getting them for like 22 cents a tile or 22 cents a square foot or something. I'm having somebody going over there, and I never have to replace the carpet or anything else like that. So that's the way I don't over improve. Okay, I don't give chandeliers. I don't put in dishwashers. I may have some central heat, but I don't do anything. I paint the house with neutral colors. I don't give amenities like granite countertops or anything else like that. I may do that to my house, but I won't do that for one of my residents. The next thing, I think this is number 6. I'm never allowing pets in my house. Somebody gonna even say, even fish? Not even fish. I'm not allowing any. I'm gonna make it perfectly clear that a lot of landlords say this. This lady called me the other day and said, I got a place, but I got a pit bull. It's a comfort dog or whatever they call those, a comfort animal or something like that. I don't want anyone having any pets in my house. For the liabilities, there's certain animals that are considered dangerous. I can't trust anybody who barely has enough money to pay their rent or get subsidized for their rent to think they're going to be able to take care of a house. I mean, take care of a pet. Also, I don't want them tearing up my property, scratching up my walls, or causing liability or making me subject to liability to other people in the neighborhood. So I do not allow pets. Next thing I do, and this is territorial based within your community, I never buy a house with the wrong type of exterior. Like I'm in the East Coast, right? I mean, I'm in the Midwest. A lot of these houses are brick. For some reason, people like brick houses. They don't like frame houses or siding houses or anything else like that. I know in California, they don't like siding houses. They like houses with stucco. So it's a little bit, you have to make sure that you're buying what people like in your community, in your area. So never purchase a house with the wrong exterior. I'm not buying a house in the Midwest over here in Chicago area with a wood frame house. I'm not going to buy it. I'm only going to buy some houses with bricks or anything else like that. And that's my main go-to house, okay? The next thing that I see a lot of people making mistake is, this is number 8, is taking money under the table from your tenant. Working a side deal with your tenant. You have to be an honorable person when you're dealing with Section 8 properties. You want to make sure that you're actually being honorable, because once they figure that you're a criminal or you're doing something underhand, it just goes downhill for that. So if the contract says they're going to pay you $1,000 a month and Section 8 is going to pay you $1,000 a month, don't have a side deal with the tenant saying, give me 100 or give me an extra 100 because I need that 100. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to blow it all up. The tenants are smart these days, and you're going to lose your right to go ahead and participate in the Section 8 program or the House Authority program. The next thing that I like to do is a lot of mistakes that landlords make or Section 8 investors make is that since they're getting the money back for the whole year, they do not require the tenant to pay a deposit. I think that's a wrong move. A tenant needs to pay the deposit. You might not need a deposit, but a tenant needs to give you a deposit because they have to have some skin in the game. They have to know if they mess up this house or do anything that they're not going to get their money back. Plus, you don't want a tenant in your house that can't even come up with the deposit. You're going to get somebody like that, and more than likely, you're going to keep on having problems with tenants. Now, these properties that we're dealing with right now are, you know, to make Section 8 money, you're going to be dealing with tenants a lot more. It's not like high-end properties where you don't talk to your tenant all year. Some of these tenants like to call you for any little thing. And that's just the way it is. It's not easy making money. So let's not go ahead and have someone else. Let's make sure that they pay the deposit and make sure, because we're going to have enough problems just trying to talk to these tenants or getting the rent from these, you know, for just with anything. It could be the plumbing, or they're calling about saying it's cold. Somebody called me and said they don't like the way the tub feels. It's all kind of tedious things that people who are not used to owning or have to have their rent subsidized do anything. So let's make sure that we get that deposit. The last thing, and one of the most important things I do, is that the tenant is not your friend. So never let them know your address. Never let a tenant know where you live. If you do anything, they find out where you live at, it's all downhill from there. Never let a tenant know where you live at. I always use a P.O. box or something like that where they need correspondence, even on the contract on there. When we're doing the tenant lease or anything else like that, make sure that my property address my home address is not on there. It's a P.O. box or something else, and they can mail payments to the P.O. box or whatever, but I'm never letting them know where my address is. Now, before we go on, that's the 10 things that I think about, but I want to talk to you about something else. You know that you can always get this book from me, and it's better to get it from my website. It's at www.section8isgreat.com. I want to make sure that you get the book from my website, okay? So make sure you get that. Also, I want to tell you that I am expanding. I'm now going into multifamily homes. I'm not only going to be doing single family homes, and I want you on that journey with me. I'm starting to take the journey now. I'm going to go ahead and tell you everything that I'm going through when I'm buying multifamily homes. And I'm starting right now, and I should have a couple of them going on real soon. I want to keep you posted about we're going to go in together and how I'm starting to acquire multifamily homes. But I want to thank all of you guys for coming in today, for supporting me for so long. I really appreciate it. Section 8 is great. It's been great for me. I got a new look because this is how I feel. It's summertime. The money's coming in. I want you guys to have the money. Make sure that you reach out to me. Hit the link below to talk to John so I can come and talk to you. Make sure that you go ahead and get the book. Support me if this information is good to you. Make sure that you subscribe and like the page. I need to see more of that. And also, I told you that I have a course coming out. It's going to be one of the best courses out there. And I'm going to give everyone a preview of the course and show you little snippets of the course and show you how much value. If it doesn't have any value for you, I'm not going to give it to you. And plus, it's going to be reasonably priced because my whole job is to make sure that you're educated. So if you're interested in the course or interested in seeing the preview after I finish, hit me on below in the links, and I'll make sure I keep the notes and send it to you whenever it's ready. But right now, I want you to enjoy this. How many of you guys like the hat? Should I keep the hat or should I get rid of the hat? But this is how I'm feeling today. It's sunny. It's summer. Let's have some fun. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.